Today, I want to talk about why sensitivity is a superpower. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Thursday, September 12th. Today, the moon is in Capricorn, bringing a focus to strength, resilience, finding your backbone, figuring out where you stand and standing there. So, Capricorn is a very earthy sign. It has to do with structures, foundations, and a kind of strength that is willing to sacrifice, willing to do the hard things. And at the same time, early in the morning, well, depending on how you define early and what your time zone is, but the moon entering early Capricorn opposes Mars in Cancer. Mars is the planet of action, of finding your courage, being your warrior self, and standing for the truth that is right and principled for you. And if you missed yesterday's video, it was just, I think it was a really good one on how the energy of the Grand Cross that was aligning with the first quarter moon, all lining up at the same time as there was a presidential debate, which is really just symbolic of those energies. Whether or not the presidential debate is a big factor for you in your life, these energies are still present. And so I highly recommend yesterday's video if you missed it, for some context in what these energies are, what they mean, how we can work with them positively and from a place of empowerment. So one of the things I was talking about is how that energy of the Grand Cross of the first quarter moon is asking us to get clear about who we are, what's important to us, where we stand, to find the words and the truth that is really important, and to look deeper at what's going on and what it means for us and how we need to show up. So asking those deeper questions, not taking things at face value, but getting that bird's eye view and that perspective on what's really going on, so that you can respond in a way that is clear and strong for you. And so then we have, and Wednesday evening, again, depends on your time zone, but the moon went into Capricorn, goes into Capricorn, depending on when you're watching this, Wednesday, September 11th at 7:37 p.m. Pacific time. So that shift of the moon into Capricorn brings us into the solid world of the tangible, asks us to get grounded, asks us to feel the earth beneath us, to remember who we are and where we stand, hopefully with some new insights coming out of that first quarter moon and Grand Cross, with the moon in philosophical Sagittarius, asking us to think about what we believe and what's important to us, what gives meaning to our lives, and why. So now, with today's Capricorn moon, we want to think about how we need to organize around that. And the Mars energy being in Cancer, Mars, the sign of action, planet of action and courage, and what it is we need to do about what we believe, where our principles are, what gives meaning to our lives, how do we need to act on that. And Mars is in sensitive Cancer, reminding us that it is how we feel things, how we care for ourselves and one another, that can be really deeply powerful, deeply strategic with the Capricorn moon. And so your sensitivity, where you notice you have feelings, where you care about things, where you feel protective of whether it's other beings or principles or whatever it is you feel protective of, to find this Mars energy from that place of sensitivity. And so that's what I mean by sensitivity can be a superpower, because we are even stronger when we are sensitive beings, right? We can be strong in the sense of barreling ahead or bullying our way through. But when we are truly tuning in with ourselves and our own deeper needs, as well as tuning in with the energies and needs that we feel around us, right? The intuitive, psychic, vibe-oriented ways of understanding and feeling the world around us. Understanding through feeling. That's what sensitivity is. Sensitivity is the ability to detect and discern at subtle levels. And so this Mars in Cancer energy is here for all of us. It's going to activate some of us more than others. So whether you are naturally a really sensitive person, or maybe don't relate to that as much, while this Mars in Cancer, for a couple of months, Mars stays in a sign, is with us, it's a perfect time to think about where you do feel sensitive and how that informs you, how that informs who you are, and helps guide you in your actions. So when you're taking action from that place of feeling things, one, you need to take care of yourself, because the sensitivity also leaves you vulnerable. But two, when you are taking care of yourself and you have that ability to be strong and sensitive, then you're unstoppable, right? Then you can feel what needs to happen. You're tuned in with your intuition, with your ability to feel the needs for yourself and those around you, and to act based on those needs, to care for the more vulnerable, to care for the sensitive parts of yourself and the sensitive parts of the world, to, relating it back to principles and what gives meaning to your life. What do you care about? What do you want to protect? And then once you get clear within yourself about who you are, what feels true and right for you, what you care about, what you want to protect, then you can take these powerful actions. And the actions don't have to be huge. You don't have to save the world all by yourself. Your small baby step positive actions are more powerful than you know. And so whether that's talking to your neighbor, whether it's making phone calls for, a political party, or whatever is calling to you, whatever feels doable, do what feels doable. It's when we shut down because we don't feel like we can do all of it, or we can do enough, and then we don't do anything. We get this paralysis from a place of when we get overwhelmed. So take care of yourself, move through your overwhelm so that you can take a baby step action and start there with something that feels good, something that makes a difference, at least something that is in alignment with your principles and what you care about. Thank you so much for being here. I am Marina Orms. If you'd like more guidance on how to take the baby steps for yourself, check out ways to work with me at astrologyheals.com. You can get a Boosting Freedom and Democracy recorded reading on your own path to support the things you care about related to freedom and democracy. How you can do that from the gifts that I see in your chart, which are what you already intuitively know deep inside, but it's so helpful to get that outside reflection of what these energies are and understand how they operate within you and how you can take action from your own most authentic alignment, right? Take the baby steps that are supportive for you. So check it out, astrologyheals.com. There's also a link in the description for this video to that recorded reading. And check out my other videos if you haven't been paying attention lately. Lots of really great stuff on my YouTube channel in recent days and weeks. So lots to watch to understand a little deeper what's going on for you and how events unfolding in the collective might have meaning and significance for you personally. Thanks for being here and subscribing. I'm Marina Orms, and I'm here every day with astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.